Obama promised that if you like your health care plan, you get to keep it. But it looks like the new health care law is leaving seniors out of the equation, according to my next guest. Here to explain how is Larry Hunter. He is the president of the Social Security Institute. Welcome. Great to see you, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, so you say Obamacare is gutting Medicare. How so?
Well, they start by cutting $575 billion directly out of the most popular part of Medicare, Medicare Advantage, and then they go on over the next decade to impose a regime of price controls and rationing that will squeeze the doctors, squeeze the hospitals, and in effect put in place a system of rationing that will leave seniors hit the hardest first, foremost, and last.
Well, sir, you know, we actually have some numbers to show our viewers. These are actually taken from your article today in the Wall Street Journal about how much Medicare will be cut. Part A cut by $818 billion, $3.2 trillion from Medicare Part A. So, I mean, look, you're seeing huge cuts here, draconian cuts here, affecting not only doctors' reimbursement rates, but also even care at the hospital, really across the board. So how is it that Republicans out there campaigning right now can say that it's Republicans that are trying to cut health care?
Well, whoever is campaigning against this plan needs to understand what is happening. The administration and the proponents of Obamacare are playing a game of what I call watch the birdie. On the one hand, they're holding out here a few new benefits for seniors under Medicare. They're having Andy Griffith and the AARP go on and talk about happy days are here again. Meanwhile, they're slipping around on the other side and literally gutting Medicare to the tune of $5 trillion over the first 2 decades of Obamacare. On Social Security, they're playing watch the birdie, only they're using scare tactics. They're claiming that the Republicans want to privatize Social Security when they know full well that the proposals out there for personal accounts don't privatize. They don't affect benefits for current retirees at all. They simply allow younger workers to put real saving into personal accounts to begin pre-funding their retirement. So it's a big game.
You know, though, I got to tell you, I have concerns about this as well. You know, the elderly getting the care they need in our country, I think it's an important goal. But don't we have to recognize here that one of the big problems with Medicare is fraud and abuse? If what parts of Medicare are we going to cut? The part that goes to the fraudsters out there who are making money off of this government program? Or are we actually going to cut out this problem at the source, fix this problem so that we can put our taxpayer dollars where they need to be?
Of course, fraud and abuse are hallmarks of big government programs. It was pervasive in the Soviet Union. They couldn't get rid of corruption because bureaucratic anything, especially bureaucratic medicine, breeds corruption. It breeds fraud. And the only way to hold fraud in check is to allow the market to come into play, the price mechanism, and to allow people to make choices among providers that are competing for their business.
All right. Well, however, you know, the administration has said we're going to go after fraud and abuse. Do you see any evidence of it?
Well, their notion of going after fraud and abuse is to go after doctors and to claim that when doctors try to provide health care around the bureaucratic rationing and price controls, they will label them as fraudsters. When in fact, whenever you have bureaucrats, and they have a new board under Obamacare that is really a rationing board, and whenever you have those bureaucratic mechanisms, doctors trying to treat patients will try to find a way to circumvent and to deliver the care they believe is medically necessary. Of course, the government intervenes, says that's fraud, points a finger, and then the next thing you know, the government is saying, well, it's not working, we have to step in and completely nationalize health care.
So they're not going after it at all, in other words, is what I hear you saying here, correct?
No, and the fraud is not the problem. The fraud is a result of the problem, which is too much bureaucratic medicine already.
All right.
What they will do is they will take Medicare and turn it into one giant VA system.
Wow. Okay. Well, Larry, thanks for coming in today. We appreciate your help.
Thank you.
All right. If you're